Okay, I received a call right in the middle of trying to record the video, and it shut everything down, so I'm having to make a part two. Sorry about that. I'm not tech savvy enough, I guess, to make it work with receiving a call. Anyway, I went to what used to be called Pembroke State University, now the University of North Carolina at Pembroke. I got a undergraduate degree in music education. I was a high school band director for a year. I chose not to pursue that career any further. I went back to school and got a business administration degree. I went to East Carolina University and got my master's in vocational education with a concentration in computer science. And then I went to Walden University and got my PhD in management with a concentration in leadership and organizational change. I've worked in the K-12 system. I've worked here at Methodist University. I've worked in retail sales, customized programming, accounting, warehousing, human resource management. So I've had a variety of jobs throughout the years. But anyway, so hopefully I can be helpful to you in this course. So sorry about the interruption with the incoming call. There is something called the course question board, and it's just a blank discussion board that I will check periodically. And if you have any kind of question about the course, please post it there. I would suggest that all of you subscribe to that. You can subscribe to that by clicking on the little ribbon thing. That's how I do it. I'm assuming that's how you do it. Of course, it's telling me that for student view, it's locked until April 27th. There's like this little ribbon icon that if I click on it, I'm now subscribed to the question board. But anyway, it's just a general question board. If you have a problem or a question or something about the course, just post something there. As a student, you're more than welcome to respond. I will respond. It's just an open discourse for us to share any questions or concerns that we have about the course. I just ask that you please be respectful to everyone here, because it is kind of a free reign, all takers, anything's welcome. So, and then we have some links about academic support and academic policy. So into the meat of it. Week 1, we're going to be looking at money matters and planning and budgeting. And I did repost the attendance policy, the chapters that are on the test and chapter quizzes. And there's going to be the introductory discussion that we talked about, which the introductory discussion closes a little bit early. It's your replies are due by Friday, May 1st. The week 1 discussion, everything else is Saturday. The only other thing that doesn't end on Sunday I'm sorry, I said Saturday. Anything else that doesn't end, the only other thing that doesn't end on Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. is the final week of stuff, which all of everything has to end on Thursday that week. So week 8 always is, everything ends on Thursday. Introductory discussion ends on Friday to get that out of the way. But everything else is Sunday, 11:59 p.m., which I feel is about standard for everybody. The weekly discussion, initial post due by Wednesday, and then at least 2 replies due by Sunday to every discussion. And then in the book, there is a continuing case study that we're going to be doing as an assignment. It's an application assignment. So every chapter ending, there's a little section about this continuing case study that takes place at 906 East College Street. And you get to know the people who live there and their lives, how they change through the semester, and you help them make some financial decisions. And so it kind of walks you through some of the things that we're talking about in classes. And then there's the quiz, and then we move on to week 2, which is financial instruments and institutions and the time value of money, and test number 1, which is at the end of the week. Again, very formulaic. My video, required resources, supplementary resources, discussion, problems, which are in Connect. Each chapter has, except I think 17 doesn't have problems. Each chapter has a set of problems that are kind of like a homework thing that you do. There's the quiz, and then the continuing case study and test number 1. And then week 3, we're going to be doing consumer credit and credit bureau and reports and identity theft, which is so important for us. as individual consumers. And then we'll do the problems, the continuing case studies, and the quizzes for that week. And then in week 4, we'll do chapter 7, auto and home loans, and 8, debt, foreclosure, and bankruptcy, and do test number 2. And again, it's the problems, the case study, the quiz, and then test number 2. And then in week 5, we're going to be doing chapters 9, 10, and 11. This is the one that has the 3 chapters in it. Chapter 9 is tax management, chapter 10 is insurance, and chapter 11 is investment basics. And we'll do, again, the individual video, the required resources, supplementary resources, the problems for all 3 chapters, the case study for all 3 chapters, the quiz for all 3 chapters. And then in week 6, we'll do chapters 12 and 13, which is mutual funds and stocks, and test number 3. All through that whole scenario again. Chapter 7 is chapter 7. Week number 7 is chapter 14, bonds, and chapter 15, real estate investments. And that is, again, the discussion, the problems, continuing case study, and the quizzes. And then the last week is the short week, chapter 8, chapter 16 and 17, retirement and estate planning and financial planning for life, and test number 4, and final exam. So can't take a breath during the final week. The good news is there is a discussion. Chapter 16 has problems, but no problems for chapter 17 because it's so short. Chapter 16 and 17 have continuing case study. They each have a quiz, and test number 4 is in that week as well, which is and then the final exam is also in that week. And then the class is over with. Just please remember that test number 4 and the final exam are due on the 18th of June, which is a Thursday. I think that's it for an introductory video, and I'm sorry it's in 2 parts, but I will see you again soon. Thank you very much.